What about? Hi, I mentioned earlier that we're making a pitch. So what we're talking about here is something that started actually last fall at a national conference called the Canadian Open Data, and we started talking about the fact that a lot of information doesn't matter whether it's open or not. We have difficulty in finding it. In other words, we don't know what we don't know. And a lot of people, whether they're users of information or doing research or what have you, have difficulty in this, and you can't just do a Google search and expect to get all of the relevant information. So we came up with the idea of the need to create a clearinghouse for all this information. And we've got a URL, ouropenhub.ca. So the idea is to have a one-stop shop for all knowledge around all things open in the open ecosystem. And the idea is not just to create this as a one-off, but to kind of have this as a template that can be used by anybody to port or copy and create one that's specific to the information that they want to summarize. So what we're looking at is tonight, what we're trying to do at this early stage, we're looking first for an assessment of WordPress templates that can provide us with the clearinghouse or directory type of services. And we've got a working group of about a dozen people, some of which are who are here tonight. And we're going to take an actual WordPress template so we can get going, because we're actually looking to have something up in 2 or 3 weeks. And the second part of it is something that, and I like the diversity of the people that are here, not just technical, but users or people that are not involved in this area. I'm sorry?
Technically challenged.
Technically challenged? Or people that just have some interest in this area. So we need actually to define the user needs. I mean, I was a little bit too eager, I wanted to jump right into it and let's get the thing going. But we do need to have a better definition so that we can understand, what we need to do to create something that's useful to people. So those are the 2 areas. We're looking at WordPress templates and also looking at user needs for purposes of content and functionality. So anybody that's interested, even if you want to drop in for 5 minutes just to have a chat, that would be great. Thank you.
I'm Cecily again. So we're taking pitching for Accelerator for the fact we pulled up on pitch deck here. And also tentatively the name is changing. This is to be determined. Okay, so I'm just going to read the mission since it's explained pretty well here. So it's to empower homeless youth, at-risk youth, to escape the cycle of poverty and access long-term housing by providing a path to meaningful high-income careers in the technology sector. So Delaney is the team lead. I've been helping out with the project a couple of weeks now, so you can kind of join our group afterwards. Not too sure where we're going to meet at work, but last week, a couple of tasks were assigned, so it'll be interesting to see what people have found in their findings, and we're just talking about strategy again. So join us.
I'm here to pitch for a project designed to improve accessibility and inclusion at Civic Tech and beyond. I think it's over there. I don't know if accessibility is in the slides, please. Okay. It may not be there, but it's on Slack already. It's called Accessibility CTT Hub. Thank you.
Who is here for the first time? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, so we have a thing that is for you. It is, basically we have, there's a lot of ins and outs of how this place works. So we kind of have a 1-on-1 session just for anyone who's like, just to kind of bring them up to speed on like how projects work, what projects have been here in the past, like what's the like MO of this place, what is it, what's its theory of change. So we don't make anyone go to it. Like if there's a project that's like really interested by, you could go to that, but we highly encourage one-on-one first. It kind of like just gets everyone to the same baseline, helps us all understand how this place works. So look for me. I think the person who's supposed to be doing it tonight got some travel issues, but I think she'll be here later. But just look for me. I'll be in the group, and yeah, I'll see you then.
Can we get whatbetter.app pulled up? You can type it into the URL. Yeah, it's votebetter.app. Like if you type it into the URL at the top down. Yeah, perfect. So while that's getting done, my name is Stephanie and I'm here to talk about votebetter.app. Our objective is to enhance the civic literacy skills of post-secondary students, especially when it comes to student campus politics. So I myself was a student politician while I was studying at Ryerson University. And thanks so much, Patrick. And after I graduated from Ryerson, I went to work full-time with the Ontario Public Service, and that's where I saw some of the main challenges being pretty consistent across both demographics. So for example, even though government and student campus politics alike has a mandate to serve their demographic, to collect taxpayer money or student tuition to provide really essential programs and services, that's not necessarily done in the best way possible. And so people want to be active participants of these kind of spaces, but find it difficult to navigate the system. The second challenge we found was difficulty determining which candidate might be best for any given position, something that I think even people involved in off-campus politics, such as yourselves, might feel similarly about. And then the third challenge is just holding politicians accountable. So has anybody here heard of Kickstarter or GoFundMe? Perfect. So we want to do something similar, but instead of crowdsourcing dollars in our project, we want to be able to provide an infrastructure for students to crowdsource and upvote issues on their campus that are important to them, so that when their candidates or politicians run for office, we can say, here are the top 3 issues facing your campus. What are you going to do to address these issues? And politicians across Ontario typically have a multi-million-dollar budget, so this is a cause that's important to us. As for today, we're going to be working on our student advisory team. You can see there's a link for people to apply there. And then just talking about things like social media, marketing, and development. We have a demo video of our prototype on the website if anyone's interested. But I'm also not a techie by trade. So if you're interested in civic engagement, civic participation, have experience working in government, or have been a student before, that'd be really, really awesome to see you. Thank you.
So I guess I forgot to mention this, but 101 will be here on the big screen. We gotta claim it because 101's important. But I think, Kristen, do we have the side rooms available? So we have the rooms, the like kind of conference breakout rooms down at the back, and like any space that's like not directly front and center is really good for project work. And I guess just before we start, I guess I just wanted to qualify, like, does anyone have any discussions that they're excited to have tonight? Like, we kind of call these project breakouts, but like, they don't need to be as big as that. Often, like, people will come up and just pitch like a conversation they want to have, and people, they kind of just make it known. So if there's any like discussion groups people want to pitch as breakouts, you're totally welcome to come up. That's like high pressure time. If not, I'll just pass that.
Can we go back to the slides? Just wanted to mention one more thing before everybody put yourself into groups. I'll keep in touch after the Hacknights. One is meetup.com, just to see about our next event. Civictech.ca, that's the one where you can post